So LSU loses 45-24, a game that the Seminoles really just bullied the Tigers, especially in the second half, and we're going to get into that. What I want to talk about first, though, is just the game itself and the atmosphere, because it was awesome and it deserves talking about. The game, of course, in Camping World Stadium in Orlando, sold-out crowd, not an open seat in the house until the fourth quarter when Florida State took control of the game and just really drove away 0-60 in 4 seconds there. Basically, this was a Florida State home game. I think I heard that 70% of the tickets were sold to Florida State fans. It really felt like it was 90% Florida State fans and only 10% LSU. And that's not to say that LSU didn't travel. I mean, there were plenty of Tigers fans there. We saw quite a few. We met some of you before the game at various tailgating events and, events leading up to the game, so it was nice to meet some of you. But this was a Florida State home game. And if you were there and you just heard the tomahawk chops, the Florida State fight song playing, all the loud roars whenever the Seminoles made a play, you knew that. And to be expected, game was in Orlando, not too far from Tallahassee. It's back in the home state of Florida State, but that really made it tough. Like, I've got clips of Jaden Daniels trying to call audibles, change protections, change routes, and, he's getting frustrated because he's trying to yell to his receivers, some of these kind of things, whatever those mean, I don't really know, and they just could not hear him. So whatever he was trying to tell his receivers wasn't getting through. And on some of the big plays in the game, like that play itself, that was on a goal-to-go situation. It may have been that fourth down play when he got sacked. The message he was trying to deliver to his receivers on the near side of the field, they didn't get it. He was just like, all right, whatever, let's just run the play. And it didn't work, obviously. FSU stuffed LSU. We're going to talk about that play and all those missed opportunities later on in the show. So that really made it difficult to actually play the football game. And I really think it had an impact on how this game played out. That's why it's so hard to play in road environments. I hope some of you guys get the opportunity to experience a game either from the first row or the sideline, because you hear everything. And at the same time, you hear nothing. All you hear is the crowd noise. So imagine trying to bark out an audible, who's the Mike linebacker? Change the protection as a quarterback. That's so hard. So hard to do. And the Florida State fans were unbelievable. Especially in that fourth quarter. I'm on LSU's end zone behind there, looking up to the very top of the stadium, nosebleed section. Everybody up there, just in unison, chopping. A mile away probably, and all the way up. It's just FSU fans all the way across first row to 300th row. They're locked in. They're engaged. So this game meant a lot to them, and they really enjoyed that win. You could just tell. But even just walking to the game, picking up credentials, people are there 3-4 hours ahead of time, tailgating, playing cornhole, drinking some adult beverages, just hanging out all over the stadium. So I think the event staff did a great job. People came out, and people really were looking forward to this game to the point where, LSU specialists, before the game even starts, walking out of the tunnel to just kick pregame, and they're getting booed. They're getting harassed by Florida State fans outside the tunnel. And then Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, they lead their respective groups out of the tunnel, and FSU fans or LSU fans are cheering, hollering, the band's playing. That was another thing. The band was right behind where I was standing for most of this game. They were loud, and it was really just cool to hear them play the entire game. One of the best parts of college football are traditions like that. The fight songs, the band, the pregame show, the halftime show, and really just getting the fans engaged with the sounds of the trumpets and the drums. Just awesome. Then the mascots, too. Mike the Tiger was there. Got up close with him. He literally came up to my camera. I'll show you the clip. Was touching my camera, trying to get me to dap him up, which I did afterwards. So that was pretty cool to meet up with Mike there. He was kind of hitting the gritty a little bit, too, towards the end of the game after a late LSU touchdown. So we got that clip as well. We'll show you. So wanted to start on a more positive note. The game atmosphere itself, I'm sure the fans had a great time, at least in the first half, when this had game of the season type vibes. It was loud, and it was everything that college football should be about. None of this conference realignment crap. Teams on the West Coast joining an Atlantic Coast Conference. Now, this was college football in its purest form without all that outside trash that just takes away from the game. So It was so good to just see games being played, be on the field, and I'm looking forward to more experiences like that I can share with you guys this season. Again, check out that video I did, Sights and Sounds. I don't say a word. It's all pictures and video of the environment of the game itself, and it'll give you chills. So please check it out.